Well, hello, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Origins. In our last episode, as you saw, we went to the modern day again, and Layla collected a DNA sample of Aya so that she could try to get some more information from both sides of this sort of relationship that happened back in the past. And so now we're going back into the Animus, and we're going to see what exactly is happening, because we're able to play as Aya, but I don't think it's just yet. I'm pretty sure we're going right back to Bayek at this point, so just gonna wait for it to load. I guess I could have started the game up after this loading screen, but I decided to go ahead with what I was already watching anyways, where I was technically in the modern day, just so you guys see the transition from the modern day back to the Animus simulation. But wow, these loading times, they're pretty killer. Pretty destructive for the commentary here. Oy. There we go.
I told you! The Animus hasn't finished interpreting Aya's DNA yet!
Yeah, see, there we go.
Fine.
So now we have to wait for the Animus to read Aya's DNA, and then we'll be able to experience some of Aya's memories as well as Bayek's, because Layla is not interacting with Bayek as an ancestor as the Animus typically does. Instead, she's just using a sample of DNA from Bayek's mummy itself. So no. There we go.
What is it?
A snake.
That's an outfit you can actually wear. The towels like that?
Of course he was the last. They are all dead. Justice is done.
Unfortunately not.
If there's any question, Apollodorus will know. He knows all.
And where will I find this man who knows so much?
He is with Cleopatra. But find his man first near the Hippodrome.
Hey!
He's got a bandage over his finger now.
I'll tell Felix that Gennadios is dead and meet you later.
Sounds good. Switch the
Enjoy
clothes
the
on its own.
Hippodrome. Don't lose all your money at the races.
I'm not actually going to the Hippodrome. So, as I said in the last episode, we are going to be spending most of this episode side questing around Alexandria. So let's go ahead and mark this side quest and see what's up with it, because I know for certain that this is around the time when I abandoned side quests in my original playthrough, so I am not familiar with what most of these are going to be, but that just means that you and I are going to experience them for the first time together, unless you've played this game and done all the side quests, in which case, you'll see my opinion on it if you find that interesting. So I keep running into trees. This game doesn't actually have many trees that you can climb on. That was one thing that they had in like Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, was you could parkour around the trees, but they abandoned it for Assassin's Creed Unity and Syndicate because those games were based in a single city each. So there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for there to be trees to climb on to begin with, let alone actually having any in the game at all. So let's go see what this quest is. Is that Phanos? Is this the guy that I was talking about? Yeah, it is. This is the guy that found us at the library back when we were looking for Aya.
Bayek! Finally, someone who appreciates my genius. My play has been confiscated.
You are attracting trouble.
Worse yet, they jailed my actors, all among the finest poets of Alexandria. They say if I attempt to put on the play, I will be put to death.
Be careful, Phanos. You are frail and brittle. You stick to writing, and I will help you find your play.
You really shouldn't have shaved your mustache, because that is some terrible looking facial hair. Alright, let's do this. So we have to rescue his actors and we'll probably have to find the script for his play as well at some point, but let's go rescue his actors at first. This is one of those points in the game where we see a lot of the Greek influence on Egypt. So with Alexander having taken over Egypt and built the city of Alexandria here in the northern part of the Delta Nile. We get to see a little bit of what he caused with Egypt having some very strong influences from Greek culture, because back in the day, there was a lot of isolationism in history before the Greek Empire, because you had the Persians coming and trying to take over Greece, and they failed, and they still built an empire, but most places kept, most civilizations kind of kept to their own areas. But Alexander, when he started conquering areas, really started to open up some pre-Columbian, some very early globalism. It's like one of the first times that a significant influence from one continent was able to gain land and political power on another continent. So in Egypt, the religion, the culture, the heck, even the people themselves, like ethnically, were heavily influenced by Greece. So you have a lot of Greek blood, you have a lot of Greek, probably, like Greek language crossover with the Egyptians. Like there was probably Greegyptian or some other thing like that, where, like nowadays we have Spanglish, where it's like English with Spanish words or Spanish with English words thrown in. They probably had something similar in ancient Egypt, but you also probably had a lot of Egyptians eating Greek food, Greeks eating Egyptian food, just because living in such close proximity to each other, it was easy for them to ship food to each other, and it was also easy for them to grow the same things because they had very similar climates overall. Obviously, Greece was much wetter than Egypt was, because Greece wasn't entirely desert, but there were some desert parts of Greece, particularly the southern islands of Greece, were much more similar to Egypt. Stop my shit. Well, that was I don't think that was really the right. Where'd he go? Oh, that wasn't really the right response. I was killing guys. I wasn't just doing shit. I was killing people. But yeah, so here in Alexandria, we basically have like one of the earliest major cross-cultural cities in the world, and I think that's really impressive and interesting to learn about. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Nice. Sneak up on him. Haha. That one totally glitched out, but I don't even care. For you. And that's a chain attack with a heavy blade. I'm not having too much problem with this heavy blade like I expected to. It's not that bad. I don't think so, guy. I still feel like it's much too slow, but it's fine. It's legendary, so it can't be but too bad. Now we need to carry this guy out. We can't actually lead him out. He's not going to walk on his own. Apparently he's too injured.
Hey, careful there, big guy.
Yes, I'm aware. That guy was not marked on our map, so I need to take him out from a distance. There we go. And we got this guy here. He's the only one in our way of rescuing our... I'm not going to leave you there. You're in the bushes. You're fine. I'm just trying to make sure that our path is clear. But yeah, the cross-culturalism that was occurring here in Alexandria was pretty cool. Probably one of the earliest examples of like healthy cross-culturalism, because before that it was mostly just peoples being conquered and suffering at the hands of whoever came in and conquered them. Excellent sack of grain? Why would you play a sack of grain?
They escaped. Gennadios Phylakitai seek to kill them. They also took the play and headed
Gennadios is dead anyways.
If it lands in the wrong hands, Thanos will be in danger.
I'll get the play.
You know where the actors hide?
That's a little bit more important since Gennadios is dead.
I'll find my way back to the theater.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. All right. What am I looking for? It said they escaped, so I didn't expect them to actually be anywhere near here. Was that it? It's funny because we already did this fort before. We did this fort before this part. He's inside somewhere. Hold on. Sorry, had some mail arrive, but let's get back to what we were doing. Yeah, I guess we can sneak behind him, right?
Has his work cut out for him.
But where is?
Was especially putrid.
Oh, whatever target I was after.
Should follow Socrates' path.
Where are they at? Where's? Is it just these three guys? Am I supposed to kill them?
Almost performed this treasonous garbage.
That Thanos will
Yeah.
surely meet
Okay.
his end.
So he has the play. Okay. Sorry, I got a little bit lost because I had to go collect mail that was being delivered to me. So, what am I supposed to be killing? Who's this character? This is the guy who has the. I think he has the. Yeah, he's got the script. All right, cool. We got the script. Now let's go find the other actor. The other actors. Is it a good ways away? No, it's not that far. I guess we'll cross the bridge. We'll go this way. Yeah, I don't like these bridges because they're so long and there's nothing to do on them. There's no interactions. You're just walking across it. I wish I had seen that before. I thought that was going a different way. I didn't realize it was coming all the way across here because I would have slid across that zip line instead of running, but oh well. We're almost there. Those are soldiers. Yeah.
Where is
Now,
that treasonous fool?
what I could do is I have slowdown, so anytime I take out an enemy with an arrow while I'm hidden, I automatically get slowed time for like 5 seconds after the enemy dies, so I don't really have to worry too much about getting spotted when I'm using arrows to take out a group like that, especially when they're in close proximity like that to each other. It's super easy to follow them all. Hey,
Time
are you
to
the last
go, young
one?
Poet. Wait. Isn't there supposed to be two of you?
Capanios? He fled, and accidentally brought the gods to me. They hunt me like a dog. If you could deal with them, I can return to Thanos, and our masterpiece will go on.
Fine.
Be calm. You will be out of here quickly.
Of course. I will be as silent as...
Be still. I think I hear them.
Senu, show me what's going on. Are there any soldiers? No. Those are all civilians. No, I think we're good.
You know, you are perfectly Thanos type.
I have no idea what you speak of.
You are a perfect brooding hero. A grand
A
story.
brooding hero? What am I,
Gods
Batman?
snatch him
Nah, I'm
down
way too
mightily for his dignity.
way
That is
too
not helpful.
talkative for that.
But such a tragedy this will be.
Take you to a
All
main
will
street.
be pushed to tears.
What's the best way to get to a main street from here? I guess we can go up these stairs, huh? We'll go up to that bridge. Maybe that'll count. Ew, what was that? This way? Yeah, this way should be fine. Okay, cool. Main street. Are you good, guy? Are you good? I
Thanos
think you're good.
awaits you.
Now there is nothing that will stop us from
Thanos
exposing
awaits
this
you more
regime.
like. I'm just kidding.
Thank you, friend. I'm sure Capanios will find us eventually. He always does.
Well, I don't want to just
When
leave
the
him out
danger
there.
is past, of course.
What? What? I don't know what you want. What do you want? Freaking guards, buttholes. What is the other? Okay, I'm using my light bow. Wait for them to come up. You and you both automatically, no problem. No, not gonna wait for you anymore. Killed enough of your friends. I don't need to kill you too. You can mourn over them. I think that's more punishment than killing you is. Is punishing people, or is killing people really punishing them, by the way? You know, we have this idea that, like, you punish someone by killing them, but it's like, you know, when somebody dies, they can't suffer anymore, right? They're kind of done with everything. They can't suffer. So, if you want to punish somebody, it's not the best idea. Not that I advocate, like, punishment based on vengeance or anything, mind you. You know, I prefer punishment based on justice and rehabilitation and, you know, just preventing bad things from happening in the future. But, you know, if you're trying to punish someone for vengeance, why do people kill people? It's not really punishment. You know, they're not suffering. They're dead. But whatever. What do I know? Maybe that's why I don't like punishment based on vengeance, because I don't get it.
You did it, Bayek. Thank you. I never doubted you.
I didn't say you
Aya
did.
is a lucky woman.
Yeah. I always spoke highly of your place.
She enjoyed
Maybe we
my
could sit down and watch one.
Cleopatra work. My pharaoh lady.
My
Now
pharaoh
we can
lady.
perform this play like true poets. The guards may kill us, but it is an artist's duty to see his vision fulfilled. I will write
And
a
you can
play
actually
for
sit down and
someday
watch the
by
plays.
The last of the Magi. Oh, no.
Don't worry. We'll change the names of the main villain, Ptolemy, and the title. We won't die, and the play will go on.
Yeah. Because if Ptolemy finds out they're writing a play that speaks ill of him, you know, this was back when it was illegal to speak ill of your leaders. So he would not live happily with that. Also, the actors could only be males. Only men could act, even for female characters.
We will win.
Are you going to talk? Why aren't you talking?
What will you do? What will you say? What do you feel, fool?
Yeah, you can actually sit down and watch the plays, and they'll actually move around and react to what's going on and all that kind of stuff. Symposius. So like a symposium? Oh, is it Phanos again? I didn't realize that Phanos had so many side quests.
For your help. Those Metrocoites will think
Metrocoites?
twice before
Is
attacking
that,
my poets again.
I think that's Greek, right? It's got to be Greek, I imagine.
Bayek, it is finally time to celebrate with my muses.
Sure.
Shouldn't you stay to oversee your actors?
We must find time to work on the next play. Bayek, you must come.
This celebration better rival my own events in Siwa.
We'll see. I mean, this is Alexandria, so...
Come, Bayek. This will be an excellent night. Let us hurry.
Can we jog?
You will be our
Nope.
guest
I'm holding
of
the stick
honor.
all the way forward, and then... You know, I like when they
remember
make
the
it to where you can't
celebrations
outrun
we would
or
have
run
in my
slower
house
than
in the
your
better years.
NPCs.
Ah, memories.
They have become less so of late.
These Phylakitae suffocate our celebrations. They know nothing of poets. They think they know truth.
You know it better.
Of course! Truth comes from chaos, not order.
What does that mean? I don't think that means anything. Truth comes from chaos, not order. What are you talking about? It's philosophical woo. It doesn't actually have any meaning. Because if you think about it for more than 2 seconds, it comes off as completely incomprehensible. Truth comes from a determinary process. And it's up to you to choose which process you want to create your truth, but in my opinion, the process for determining truth is, you know, that's most useful is the one by which your truth reflects what reality is. And that's got nothing to do with chaos or order. Although, to be fair, it's orderly because the truth always reflects the reality. If the truth didn't reflect the reality, that would be chaotic, I think. But here I go waxing philosophical. Sorry about that. I don't know, maybe I'll find that interesting. Phanos, where are we going, dude? Seriously. Because, like, we went in a big circle. We could have started over here. And... What are you doing, dude? What? Did he really just do that? What the crap? What on earth is he doing? He hopped on a horse in one place, ran around, hopped on another horse that was like 10 feet away from where he started, and just got going again. Like, why didn't he stay on the first horse?
Clear up! Get out of the way!
Where are we even going? Apparently to some party, but like, are you guys gonna talk all the way there, or are you just gonna leave me hanging so I gotta do all the talking?
Senu sees something.
Oh yeah? Where? What? Why were you talking about Senu seeing something?
Bayek! Gennadios Phylakitae!
Eek. Is this who Senu saw? I mean, it's kind of weird if that was what Senu was warning us about.
Let us continue.
See, especially when I'm on a mount, the speed of the weapon is not. Jesus! Phanos, you are the worst at riding a horse. The speed of your weapon doesn't matter a whole lot when you're riding a horse because it's always going to be slow to swing anyways because you have to do these big arcing swoops around your sides. So
home, finally. Prepare yourself,
if you're on a
Bayek.
horse or
This
a
is
camel,
at night.
it's better
You
to
will
just
not
use a heavy damage weapon no matter what
It had
class
better
it
live up
is.
to the tales that I are told. This is grand, Thanos.
Bayek, come. Enter our very own Elysian fields. Welcome to the land of...
I've already been to Elysium
Your plays are getting better
in
every
Odyssey.
year. They are well
It
improved.
was much better than this.
And this is it, where the poets of Alexandria find respite.
Wait. Do you hear that?
It's just
Gennadios,
somebody's backyard.
his
It's not
men
that
must
great.
have come after us.
Although it's nice,
deal with
I
this,
wouldn't
Thanos.
call it like
Come, bring
particularly
your blade.
great compared to the rest
I will
of
fill my
Alexandria.
inkwells with the blood of these Metrocoites.
Metrocoites, yeah, that's got to be Greek.
They come, Bayek!
Let the gods indulge!
Gennadios sends his regards.
You will pay.
Your treasonous filth is cause for death!
Nobody's treasonous. You're supporting the wrong pharaoh.
Vanas! We will what?
Ptolemy is scum. Although Cleopatra will become corrupted too, so she becomes scum, so. Do the chain throw. Thank you. There you go. Sometimes he just doesn't want to do it. It's weird. Move, Thanos. There you go. Wee. Big guy. Come here, big guy. Go.
You shit! Die!
There we go. Cool. Alright, we're done.
Are your people safe, Thanos?
Metrocoites! They have slayed some of my muses. Dracon, my favorite poet, will live, thankfully.
There
His
must be a
favorite
way to
muses,
stop them
his favorite
permanently.
girls to sleep with before
Bayek,
he
we are blood poets
does anything.
now. This is our chance to bring people to our cause.
I don't know what a blood
Whatever it
poet
takes
is.
to defend freedom.
Give me some time. I will talk to my people. Find their strongholds.
So yeah, we're basically joining these artists in a rebellious resistance against the forces of Ptolemy because Ptolemy is a shit pharaoh. Quite a shit pharaoh. This is my camel, right? You're mine? Yeah, you're mine. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like I can do any more side quests for Phanos immediately. The Accidental Philosopher, Serapis Unites, or The Last Bodyguard. Let's do Serapis Unites just so that we can also activate this synchronization point. I think that might be a valuable course of action. But we are not necessarily going to be... I don't think we're going to be going after, like, the lighthouse synchronization point yet, because that one is... There's a story mission that happens at the lighthouse later on in the game, so we'll just wait until then. And if you're wondering what I mean by the lighthouse, that's what I mean by the lighthouse. It's pretty obvious. If you know anything about the history of Alexandria, you know what I'm talking about. That's the lighthouse of Alexandria. I believe I've brought it up before. Climbing it is a very interesting sequence because it's not like most of the buildings in this game where you can kind of just climb freely without much resistance. It actually takes like certain paths that you have to follow in order to get to the top of it. So, you know, that's mainly because, you know, they're trying to make it interesting for a story mission. So we're going to worry about it when we get to that story mission, because otherwise it's not going to play any part in the game until very late. That's when that story mission happens, so we're not going to pay much attention to it for that reason. I don't really want to be climbing the statue because I'm just going to jump right off of it onto the roof of the Serapion. But this is a statue of Serapis, who is basically a combination of Amun and Zeus, some of the chief deities from each of the Greek and Egyptian pantheons. But man, this world is beautiful. Just drop dead gorgeous. And the funny thing is, it's a desert, and a lot of people talk about how desert levels in video games are usually pretty ugly and boring, but like, they did such a good job with this game. I don't want to sit here and talk about graphics too much, but
You Egyptians are coming to
so beautiful.
Where are my Seni and Senu?
It just really is.
So sad to see the Serapion so quiet.
Let's see. Serapis Unites.
Great Serapis. Are you as merciful as Amun?
And of course, Bayek, being a very
Welcome, brother.
big supporter of Amun,
Thank you,
is
priest.
fond of Serapis.
It is good
Well,
to
it's
see
really
Egyptians
curious
come
about him.
back. Since my drummer was jailed, it has been quiet.
The silence is striking.
A tanner jailed my drummer, accused him of stealing a precious Nubian lion skin from the Daivads. Poor soul even worked for him. Tragic.
Well,
He
I mean,
is an honest man.
Leave
skins are
this
pretty
in
good
my
for
hands,
drums,
priest.
so I wouldn't be surprised if it was him, but you know, could be an easy framing just as easily.
My drummer is in the Kibotos arsenal nearest the library.
Serapis walk with you.
It's funny because his voice is coming from inside of the Serapion, and it's echoey when you're inside of the Serapion, but as soon as you step out, you can still hear him, but it stops. It stops echoing. So they pay pretty close attention to auditory details, but not everything is what it should be when it comes to the audio. But the audio in this game is pretty good. I remember seeing one video that highlighted the fact that in this game, if you're playing as Bayek and you wear some sort of facial covering, like a helmet that completely obscures your face, your voice will also be muffled. But if you do the same thing in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there's no muffling of the voice. So, you know, just there are some pretty close details that they pay attention to, so I like that a lot. We need to go. No? Are they here? Yep. Actually, closer than the indicator would have indicated. Yeah. Kibotos Arsenal. So this is something for Greek soldiers. Well, of course, it's always best not to draw attention in military bases. Let's see. All this stuff seems to be concentrated right here. Treasure. Okay. And this is a level 2 camp, so we're probably just going to go ahead and complete it because it just has a couple treasure chests, a couple major enemies. Not a whole heck of a lot. I guess I can jump down and kill these two because... Oh, no, that guy... He's going to see us.
You're finished.
Hey, wait.
Yep, I thought so. I was trying to jump down onto this guy while he's still downstairs from here on that landing, but I misjudged where the... What? Did not see you, whoever you are. Up on the... Yeah, up top. Good job, guy. You didn't do anything to me. Alright. No! Crap.
Got you.
It's him down. Well, guess we're not stealthing through here, which is fine. You and your friend. I don't think so. And you. Yeah, I don't think I managed to kill a single enemy here by stealth. How did you throw that giant mace that far, Bayek? Really? Like, I get it, it's a video game, but holy crap. Usually it is faster to go in and clear these camps out through melee combat, or even bow combat if you're good enough to do so. But I'm actually on a quest for Serapis, or at least on a quest for the priest of Serapis. I ain't scared of you.
You're dead! Got you!
Really? I'm really terrible at aiming, by the way, so I apologize for that. Although I guess it's kind of funny to watch, isn't it?
You have got the look of a man who can heft things.
Yes, I can.
Namely me and my injured foot.
Your injured
I come on the
foot
priest's
can wait.
request, drummer.
Then get me out of here, Major.
Hold on. See, the voice is echoing now that I'm inside. It's like the voices change depending on where Bayek himself is standing, not necessarily where the speaker is. So that's a little weird, but you know, at least they change. Even if they need to correct the trigger for the voices changing, it's still interesting that they actually managed to make the voices change. Where? Okay, there we go. That's our last. Okay, gonna go grab this treasure chest and then we will rescue the guy so that we can take him back to the Temple of Serapis, the Serapion, or however you want to call it. I mean, I know it's actually the Serapion, but Temple of Serapis works just fine because that's what Serapion means. Alright, now how do we actually walk out of here?
You seem cheerful for a man unable to walk.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes, Charlie. This is the best day of my life. My foot will cost that Tana.
Surely your health is worth more than that.
If I can prove nothing, you would be correct. That is where you come in, friend.
You have a grudge against this Tanner, huh? Maybe he sold you some bad skins for your drums? Alright. Now we gotta set him down and talk to him. I'm sure he has nothing interesting to say.
What is it you think I can do?
Find the fools who stole it, of course. Return that skin and clear my name.
Who stole the lion skin?
I turned away from the lion skin for a moment, and a bandit nabbed it and ran away.
So how do you expect me to find him?
In the crowd. It happened in the Egyptian district. The guards, of course, blame me. Tough life being an Egyptian in Alexandria.
I will find them then.
Fairly true. Because even if,
Get that skin. I will be fine. Just need to rest my leg.
even if there wasn't any, like, active, legal discrimination against the Egyptians in Alexandria back then, there were still some Greeks who were prejudiced and would, treat them poorly, give them bad business deals, all that kind of stuff, just for the sake of, you know, hating on, you know, different races. And so people have always been shitty to each other, unfortunately. There's always been racists, there's always been, you know, assholes that hate each other for stupid reasons, and it's an unfortunate part of humanity. But ultimately, does that really matter right now? No, I just feel like talking about it because it came up and it's an interesting point to consider. And let's go see if we can find this particular bandit. I don't know how Bayek is going to recognize him because we have nothing to go off of. It's just that, like, Senu knows just by looking in the general direction, like the person is over there. What? Really? That's how this is going to work?
Look, this one.
Chain assassinate, please. Thank you. Okay. I don't know how I managed to assassinate that guy. Should not have actually functioned as an assassination. Haha. Totally missed. Ooh. I feel like that could have been a little bit cooler. Confirm the kill. Get our...
This is the skin?
Blue.
Oh, this poor beast.
Ugh.
Blue is no color for a lion.
I'm in agreement with you, Bayek, because that is... Really? Really? Why are you attacking me? Who are you? Another bandit? Yeah, no, that lion skin looks like crap in blue. Like, I like blue, but not for an animal skin. There's a reason that blue is the least common color in biology. It's also probably the reason that we find it so distracting when something organic is blue, because it just is so unnatural. Maybe we should grab this papyrus while we're here. Huh? Yeah, probably. Just 'cause. Yeah, it's right over here. We'll go ahead and grab this. I probably won't complete the puzzle, as I've said before, but maybe one day, if I feel like it. Maybe I'll do like a guide. Like a papyrus puzzle guide. Just because I know where all the answers are, just from reading each one. Might do that. That sounds like a good guide to do. What do you guys think? Should I do a papyrus puzzle guide? Yeah, I think I will. Alright, let's go return the skin.
This man is a thief!
Peace, Theon. He claims to not have stolen a thing. Do you wish Serapis displeased with you?
No.
Good question.
I am
But we're not going to listen to all that.
party here. My skin was stolen.
And if you want it back, you will pay him for his suffering. And make amends by kneeling to Serapis.
This is your answer, priest? Extortion? Fine.
I fear Serapis and I have a long road ahead of us. Blessings on your journey, brother.
Thank you. And you too, I guess. Alright. Oh, he has more quests for us too? Jeez. I didn't realize there were so many, like, quest chains in this game. You know, like side quests that lead to further story-related side quests, you know, where they have a chain of events that are followed. But anyways, I think that's where we're going to leave off for today's episode, because I think we did quite a bit that was, you know, somewhat interesting. And in the next episode, we're going to be doing... we're probably going to be focused more on side quests. I don't know if we're going to do every side quest before we continue with the story. I might just go ahead and move on with the story in the next episode, but I'll leave that up to you guys in the comments. And if not, if you want me to follow the side quests in Alexandria that I've already started, then we'll do that. But if you want me to go ahead and move on with the story, then tell me that in the comments. Otherwise, I'm probably going to move on with the story in the next episode. But otherwise, guys, thank you for watching, and I certainly hope you guys are having a Happy New Year.